inspiration kind of a little bit taken from a hippie on a motorbike riding for finding her mystical world. So the hair is kind of really quite loose, but still has obviously a little bit of futuristic feeling through. So it has that kind of side parting through the side, but kind of very loose, tasseled finish. And then obviously because she's been a little bit wild on the bike, the hair is a little bit lived in. So it has just slightly more texture, kind of that a little bit more greasier, lived in feeling through the top area.
It's a wing dye, but I think it's a wing dye that has a little bit of a toughness to it. It is quite classically 60s in that it's very thick on top. I wanted to give it almost this kind of biker feel. We've taken a little section out and put a silver chrome highlight in it. I've highlighted her freckles a little bit more with a brow pencil, a little bit of a brown beige on the lip. I just wanted to almost have that feel of maybe in a kind of English it girl who's maybe gone to California and hooked up with some Hells Angels and gone biking.
For this particular season, I was really blown away by a really intense movie, River of Fundament by Matthew Barney. It's a 5-hour epic. He's an artist, he's an incredible artist, and this movie just depicts the decay, dystopia really, of Detroit. And there's an undertone of Egyptian mythology, and it's overwhelmingly intense. And it just inspired me, the dark mind that I have. It inspired me to create this beautiful collection that really has that industrial design framed with nature encroaching on industry. So that was really the framework, how I started out with the collection, designing, creating the ideas. Yeah. This is a cotton jacquard dress. It depicts the apocalypse, the angels from heaven above coming to judge us. And me in my absurd ways, you know, I matched up this Albrecht Dürer wood cuttings with like industrial design, a motorcycle engine. So it's a really displaced, odd association, but it really paints a picture of this dystopian Detroit time in history. The jewelry designer, her name is Iona Souflia. These are all hand carved and they're one of a kind, ridiculously amazing. They're actual marble and she hand carves them.
My whole concept was about contrast, different elements brought together. I had the collection, he had his, and we met and everything worked together. The jewelry are marble and metal, so it was quite a challenge, but it was really good that it worked out. It's the carving that makes the whole piece, I think, and everything is handmade. Actually, this is one of my favorites. I like the fact that it's kind of fragile, but also hard at the same time.
Yeah. I've always been enamored with motorcycles, like rock and roll boy, of course I'd be. But it's really fascinating, the actual nature of it. It's so compact and so efficient. That small engine that creates so much power. And the way it's designed and those ridges, like they look like rib cages, really. And it's like all chrome finish and they're stunning to really look up close. Most people look at the framework and the bike itself. But I honed on to that particular piece of machinery that, to me, you know, emulates me like the rib cages. And, you know, I envision like my woman getting off a motorcycle and her hair is the way it is and she's wearing the cool clothes. That's really how I fell in love with that particular part of the motorcycle. A lot of silks all over the place. Silk is the best fiber to really use for a spring-summer collection. So predominantly silk-based. There's a lot of cottons as well, and I'm very conscious of the hot climates in various regions of the world. Just really breathable, easy silks. A cupro, it's a sand-washed, treated satin, if you will, but it's got a nice filament on top of it. It just looks stunning, and it's just the nature of cupro and how it's processed. That's a really nice fiber. London Fashion Week, God, I started 2004. It's been the 10th year anniversary, yeah. It's an accomplishment. I'm still around, and I'm improving season upon season. Like, the business is growing exponentially, but I've got an amazing team. It's quite exciting.